stop scrolling. Give me just a few minutes, and I promise you'll see your relationships differently forever. Have you ever noticed the people who can wound us the deepest are not strangers, but the ones sitting right across the dinner table? The ones whose words should comfort, but instead cut? In this video, I'll share Krishna's timeless wisdom from the Bhagavad Gita, how Arjuna faced toxic relationships within his own family, and how those lessons apply today, in your life, in my life, in every home and workplace. By the end, you'll know 3 powerful steps: how to see clearly, how to protect your peace with dignity, and how to act with courage without hate. Backhand index pointing right. Quick question before we dive in. Who's that one person who drains your energy the most? Don't type their name, just type, "I know one," in the comments. You'll be surprised how many people relate to you. We often imagine life's battles as dramatic, fighting competitors, surviving strangers, facing the world. But the most draining wars? They happen quietly, in living rooms, in offices, in WhatsApp chats. Think about this. Maybe it's the uncle who never misses a chance to criticize you, especially in public. Maybe it's a friend who says, "I'm only concerned about you," but leaves you doubting yourself every single time. Or maybe it's a colleague who smiles in your face, praises you in meetings, but slowly poisons your reputation when you're not in the room. The sting of these relationships comes not because they're strangers, but because they're familiar, because we trust them. And that's what makes betrayal, manipulation, or constant criticism so heavy. This isn't new. Over 5,000 years ago, Arjuna, one of the greatest warriors in history, stood on a battlefield facing the exact same dilemma. His opponents weren't random enemies. They were his family, his teachers, uncles, cousins, even elders he respected. And here's the twist. The Mahabharata wasn't just about swords and arrows. The real war was inside Arjuna's heart, between loyalty and honesty, between keeping peace and protecting peace. Picture this moment. Arjuna stands at his chariot, bow in hand, looking at the battlefield of Kurukshetra. On one side, his brothers. On the other, his grandfather Bhishma, his cousin Duryodhana, his uncle Shakuni, teachers he revered. He sees not faceless soldiers, but people who raised him, guided him, played with him. How do you fight the people who shaped your childhood? The weight was too much. His body trembled. His bow slipped. His chest burned. And he said to Krishna, "I cannot do this. I would rather die than raise my weapon against my own family." This is a pain many of us know. Not in war, but in everyday life. The moment you realize your mentor is secretly jealous of your growth. The moment you realize your siblings' love is mixed with constant competition. The moment you realize your parents' concern sometimes comes with control. Krishna didn't say, "Be strong." He didn't say, "Ignore your feelings." He didn't even say, "Just fight." He said, "See clearly." Backhand index pointing right. Quick comment question here. If you were in Arjuna's place, would you fight or freeze? Just type fight or freeze below. To help Arjuna see clearly, let's look at the 3 faces of toxicity he faced. Bhishma, the silent one. He was noble, wise, respected. But his silence in the face of injustice made him toxic. He watched Draupadi humiliated and did nothing. His loyalty to vows blinded him to what was right. How many Bhishmas exist in our lives? People who may not hurt us directly, but by staying silent, they let the pain continue. The parent who ignores abuse. The relative who says, "Just adjust." The friend who watches betrayal and looks away. Shakuni, the manipulator. He didn't shout. He whispered. He twisted words so jealousy turned family members against each other. You might know a Shakuni too. Someone who hides control in sweet words. Someone who says, "I only want the best for you," while pulling strings behind your back. Duryodhana, the overt one. Jealous, arrogant, loud. He couldn't stand to see others shine. Instead of improving himself, he tried to drag others down. Modern Duryodhanas are easy to spot. The colleague who celebrates your failure, the friend who competes instead of supports, the sibling who can't stand your success. Three faces. Bhishma, Shakuni, Duryodhana. Different masks, same root. Toxicity. Now pause for a moment. Which one feels most familiar in your life? Krishna told Arjuna, don't get lost in labels. Don't confuse titles with truth. Uncle, teacher, elder, mentor. Those are titles. But truth is revealed in action. If someone constantly undermines you under the name of tradition, that's not love. If someone says, I care for you, but their care makes you feel small, suffocated, or scared, that's not care. That's control. Clarity is the first step to freedom. And clarity isn't cruel, it's courageous. Backhand index pointing right comment check-in. Between the two words, clarity and courage. Which feels harder for you right now? The second lesson Krishna gave Arjuna was detachment. But not cold detachment. Not cutting people off without thought. Detachment with dignity. What does that mean? You don't react out of anger. You respond with calm clarity. You don't play their game. You choose your own rules. You don't fight louder. You step back stronger. Imagine this. A family member constantly questions your choices. At first you defend yourself, argue, prove your worth. But Krishna's detachment says, don't argue endlessly. State your truth once. Stay steady. Let your peace speak louder than your defense. A colleague keeps trying to pull you into office politics. Instead of reacting, you stay focused, calm, and let your work, not your words, be the response. A friend demands loyalty only on their terms. Detachment says, set boundaries, not to punish, but to protect your own soul. Backhand index pointing right, pause and reflect. Which boundary are you most afraid to set? Time, respect, or honesty? Comment one word. Krishna gave Arjuna not just philosophy, but practice. Step 1, see clearly. Ask yourself, does this relationship expand me or shrink me? Step 2, stay centered. Don't lose yourself in their drama. Step 3, act with purpose. You're not here to fix them. You're here to live your truth. Modern examples. Saying no without explaining every detail. Walking away from a fight without feeling guilty. Protecting your peace without apologizing for it. Here's the key. You don't need to resist or retaliate. You need to remain rooted. Calm. Steady. Walking away doesn't mean you hate them. It means you refuse to abandon yourself. The hardest war isn't outside, it's inside. The battle between keeping the peace and protecting your peace. Between staying loyal to others and staying honest with yourself. Krishna reminded Arjuna, you are not killing them. You are breaking the cycle. Sometimes, breaking the cycle means walking away. Not to punish them, but to protect yourself. Not out of hate, but out of honor. For your life, your purpose, your peace. Not all battles are fought with swords. Some are fought silently, with courage, clarity, and self-respect. If love feels like pressure, if loyalty feels like a trap, you're not wrong for choosing peace. You're not selfish for choosing yourself. Backhand index pointing right, final reflection. Which word spoke to you the most? Clarity, boundaries, or detachment? Type 1 in the comments. Your one word could be the sign someone else scrolling right now needs to see. And if this video helped you breathe a little easier, share it with someone you care about. Because together, we can spread Krishna's wisdom, not just as ancient philosophy, but as a lifeline for modern hearts.